It's a framework. It's a framework of looking at India from a different lens, on a more granular approach, recognizing that India is big and diverse. So how do we play a game whereby we can win in many Indias? So that's the philosophy. So from planning to execution, we would be looking at India from a lens of consumer clusters, knowing that it's not a very homogeneous country. And that's how we would be playing the game, getting into the future. So that's winning in many Indias.
How does it translate in terms of your own brands and your products and your brand communication when it comes to winning in many Indias? How does it translate on a day-to-day basis, this strategy for Hindustan Unilever?
See, it's very importantly, it starts from planning, what we call as the jobs to be done. So we would be looking at it in a far more granular way as to what the jobs to be done are in each of the consumer clusters, and then translating into how do we execute it in each of the clusters. So, like I said, right from planning till execution, the lens will be of the consumer cluster.
Another thing I wanted to ask you is this: in terms of consumer sentiment, as India's largest FMCG company, so much talk since the new government came into place. It's been about a quarter or so since the new government coming into place. Questions of sentiment picking up but not converting into sales. What is your take on the whole thing? Has sentiment picked up, and how long will it take to actually show on sales per se?
At the last quarter, when we were talking about the results, it was very apparent that the demand has not yet picked up. And it is understandable. Economy is not like a switch, you turn it off and turn it on. I think the government is taking the right steps. There is a lot of hope, a lot of confidence. And at some stage, we should start seeing that get translated into the demand picking up.
Right. And what about, there's lots of talk about, again, ever since, Unilever's, the royalty payouts to Unilever, or Unilever increasing a stake in Hindustan Unilever. How much of that has, helped Hindustan Unilever, since those moves were made by the global parent, seeing the kind of potential and leverage they can get out of the Indian market? How much has it helped Hindustan Unilever?
Let's look at it from this perspective, that when Unilever increased the stake in HUL, that in many ways reflected the confidence that Unilever has in India and in HUL. And it's also about the India story. And we have a great relationship, HUL and Unilever. We depend a lot on technology, on R&D, on getting quality resources, systems, processes, and that's been working brilliantly. It's a wonderful relationship. And in today's globalized world, it is about interdependence. And that's what the relationship between HUL and Unilever indicates very clearly. It's a very interdependent relationship and a fabulous relationship.
But stakeholders, people who hold shares of Hindustan Unilever were concerned about the increase in the royalty payout to the parent being not very beneficial for Hindustan Unilever here in India. How much of it is that? How much of those concerns are justified?
See, I wouldn't like to comment on that. People can have different views. We firmly believe that the amount of royalty that we have been paying to Unilever is absolutely justified. Absolutely justified for the benefit and services that we get from Unilever.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.